Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and of course, as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Booth Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope you guys are having a great evening, and let me say congratulations to the Baltimore Ravens and the Bang Bang Niner gang. Congratulations. I'm not going to say that you were the better team tonight, but you did what you needed to win the game. The big question will be is how bad is Debo Samuels, because your team is definitely a different team without Debo. For us Cowboy fans, if you watch these games, there should be a few things that should be evident to you watching them. Watching San Francisco and Green Bay was actually like watching a heavyweight fight. That they were just like standing there and they were just going Imano versus Imano. They were just trading shots left and right. It was brutal. It was thuggery. It was almost like it was old school beat down and fight. Green Bay ended up going down there and making points and doing things and basically making San Francisco play catch up. And San Francisco was not playing a good game at all. At all. They didn't pout about it. They didn't get down. They didn't let Green Bay just push them around and not retaliate. They stayed in the fight. They manned up. They got battered and bruised, and they looked like they were mentally tough. What I hate to say is, as I watch these two teams go after each other, the thing that was the big difference maker for me watching this is watching the running attack. It was raining, it's bad weather, it's playoffs. You need to run the football. Seeing Aaron Jones basically keeping them going, keeping them getting, chewing up yards, chewing up clock. And when it mattered most, that Christian McCaffrey's running for a touchdown. And the Cowboys do not have a good running attack. This year, I get sick and tired of people just saying, you just a Dak Prescott. You're not going to criticize Dak. I'm going to be honest with you. As I look at every single team that's playing football right now, every single one of them. I don't care if you talk about Brock Purdy was an MVP candidate and all that. Lamar Jackson, but probably win the MVP. Aaron Jones is on there with Jordan Love. Every one of these teams have legitimate running attacks. I'm sorry. This is the ultimate mistake by the Joneses, where they said, and I don't have a problem with letting Zeke go because Zeke was no longer an elite running back. He wasn't. Running backs have a short lifespan. I'm happy that Zeke got his money and got paid. I love Zeke. I love what he did. I love the whole, we're going to eat and everything else. But Zeke's time has passed him by. The window for winning with Zeke was done. And you couldn't afford to pay $16 million a year. I got people right now, bring Zeke back. Listen, Zeke is not a difference maker anymore. The last two playoff games, 2 years for us, Zeke Elliott has been under 30 yards in those games. That's not helping us. That's what we got now. And Tony Pollard is not an end of the game back. He is not a bruiser. John Riggins was one of the slowest running backs that I've ever seen in my life. But they rode his ass to a Super Bowl. Why? Because he was tough and you couldn't bring him down and had a great offensive line. We don't have that kind of team that when we need to get something going, that we're going to go ahead and get 8 yards up the middle. We don't have the offensive line. We don't have the running back. The other part of the equation is you got to look. With Fred Warner out there, linebacker, with San Francisco, their backers are mean, they do damage, and they stop the run. When they hit a running back, he stops. They're not getting carried 5 yards down the field. These are things that you can't honestly look. When you watch San Francisco and Green Bay, You look and you realize all the holes that the Cowboys have. The thing is where we are right now with all the talking heads telling us how we are trash, how we are chokers, how Mike McCarthy's not a good coach, the Cowboys roster is overrated, they stink and everything else. The Cowboys won't do a whole lot to change that other than the draft. They'll kill us for not signing big name free agents. They'll tell us we suck and we don't care about football. But the problem is by the time training camp comes around, they'll have you convinced that the Dallas Cowboys, the Cowboys, they're a Super Bowl contender. Nothing short of a Super Bowl win for the Cowboys. An NFC Championship game is acceptable. Mike McCarthy will be fired. They've got all this talent and everything else. Did you honestly see, looking at San Francisco, do you see the talent on the Cowboys roster that San Francisco had? Did you see that against the Baltimore Ravens team? I don't think so. And the final piece on this that's missing is that desire and mental fortitude. I hope I said that right. Because when the 49ers got down and things weren't going right, when Brock Purdy's literally throwing what should have been a pick six, San Francisco didn't have any body language like, Their quarterback was missing passes left and right, and they could only basically do screen plays. The team didn't get down on him. They didn't give up. They didn't pout on the sidelines. What they did as a team, they sucked it up. And they kept on fighting. Every game that the Cowboys got beat down this year, the San Francisco one, the Buffalo one, even the Cardinals. You just looked at a team that was just like, I give up. At the first sign of trouble, there's panic and like, here we go. I don't know how you fix that. I don't know if it's you need new team leaders, that when you get punched in the face, that you come out swinging, but that's definitely missing. We don't fight like that. I don't want to say that we're soft or we're a finesse team, but we're soft. We're a finesse team. And the worst part about it is, it's not like the Cowboys don't have players. You do. You do. Final thought on this thing. As much as everybody's killed Dak Prescott, said he sucks and he's not the one, if you really watch these games, you saw mistakes after mistakes being made by the quarterbacks and bad throws that the teams absorbed and kept on fighting. Yeah. It sucks being here where we are with the Cowboys. It sucks. But it is what it is. Let me say from the bottom of my heart, good people and Eagle fans, I appreciate you guys listening to me, hemming and hawing, moaning and groaning about the Cowboys in another lost season. Remember, good people, tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And you know, I love you guys. And God willing, I'll see you in the morning.